Hey, let's go, Splinterlands players. It's been an exciting time in the game. We got some more exciting news to talk about this week due to the AMA slash Town Hall and some really cool announcements that came out this morning right before I was going to make my video. And it's not as good updates from the last video because, well, Matt wasn't there. And Matt definitely is going to be bringing the fire if he continues this, only coming once a week. And then we'll listen to him talk for like 30 minutes of all the stuff he did in a month. I meant to say once a month, but we'll just keep going. Overall, guys, my Nintita Estate game, I'm still very hopeful on this. You had the most expensive land sell out, so if you haven't checked out any of those videos, as the views are kind of low, you might want to watch one or two of them because it's a pretty cheap game to get into that could turn into something special. But now let's just get back into Splinterlands. I did this amazing video, almost hit 1,000 views. It's a while since I've had 1,000 views on a Splinterlands video, so that was pretty cool. A lot of you liked it, and it was just because the fire last time was amazing. So let's get into the Town Hall this time. Without Matt, we got, nothing bad, but a little bit of a slower, kind of calmer, not amazing updates coming. Now, they started out with Nate from Creative, and I almost felt like Nate was trying to put a tiny bit of rain on our parade, but not that he wasn't going to change anything Matt said, but that Creative needs to catch up with what Matt wants. In Nate's mind, the game should look amazing and brand new. If we're going to have different chests in different leagues, the chests should actually look different in each league. If you have chests that are doing really cool things, like having legendary cards in them, those ones should look different and amazing. And the animation should be a lot more fun. And the whole atmosphere of the game should be a lot better. And he doesn't think that they can have all of that ready by April. But he eventually kind of let out of the bag that, we're going to go forward with Matt's changes as soon as possible. Things will hopefully be dropping in April when it comes to the change of the season rewards and the change of the play to earn mechanics and the chests and taking away the collection power. Taking away the rewards from anybody that's using the phantom cards, which is going to change the bot market dramatically. It won't get rid of bots. It'll just make bots actually have to contribute and take up cards out of the market. And it takes away this idea that our cards, especially the ones that are included in the starter pack, could inflate to infinity. Because in theory, as many spell books as were bought was putting another card into the marketplace, one that couldn't be sold and one that could still farm rewards out of the game. With that taken out of the game mechanics, it just means that you will start to see a lot less cards on the marketplace because all of those bots will have to purchase a few cards. That is really the most powerful thing that we saw coming. Also, this week, we did have them confirm that the power levels are going to be going down when we go into the modern and wild format, and it looks like that power level is going to be about half. Now, until that actually happens, take it with the tiniest grain of salt, but it makes the most sense. The collection power on the newer cards are much lower, and so right now you've been playing in a world where you're being asked to get a lot more collection power than you should really have to get into the upper leagues. And so now we were going to see things for a lot of the new players the way it was in the past, and you're probably going to like that a lot more. I know my buddy Luke just did a new video, said, hey, stop renting cards and start buying cards to get ready for the new change, because you're probably going to be able to play in the leagues you've been renting cards to get to if you just decide to go ahead and start purchasing some of the better deals that are out there. And we'll be talking about that more later tonight. Spoiler, I'm going to be on Luke's channel for his Splinterlands talk today, and so that should be pretty fun. We're going live a little earlier so that I can be on the show, and because he has some stuff to do, it just worked out correctly. Now, getting back into the AMA, we got to Weirdbeard got to talk to us more about the tournaments and the esports, and the tournaments are a lot cooler now. It's just they're exclusive for SPS stakers. This is one of the things I told you I've been meant to make a video on tournaments, and I just haven't got around to doing it. I'm sorry about that. I think I'm going to mix it into the next Gold Steve video to ask you guys if I should turn that into a $250 account instead of a $150 account, and basically that $100 would be used to stake enough SPS to play in the SPS tournaments for the lower players, which would increase the earnings of that account quite a bit. So, if you see this and you think that's a good idea, let me know. At the same time, I do like the idea of keeping that account at $150 invested and see how far I can push it over this year. Now, One of the other things that we got to do was we got to meet some very new, interesting people in this AMA, and it was fun to hear from them. We had Doogie, he was the new VP of Project Management, and it's just kind of showing the team is continuing to grow. They're continuing to get some really cool people, but there was somebody else we'll talk to about in a minute that was really exciting to hear. So we'll scroll down here and we'll kind of go through some of the company updates. They're finally announcing Splinterlands TV. They finally had a big drop. Rondon came on the stream. I'm still applying to maybe go on there once or twice a week, and we'll see if they decide to take me. I don't know if I'll fit their bill or if I'll fit the times. As you know, I do this more as a part-time thing. Currently, I still work a full-time job, and so I don't know if I'll fit in, but it would be kind of fun to go on Splinterlands TV every once in a while, do some giveaways, do some content, be live on their channel. I think it would be a really cool thing to be able to do. So the creative team, they talked about some cool things. They're working on UI things and just things that will make the game look a little bit more polished and better. It includes also one of the big things they were talking about is getting better filtering tools into the game, and that there's some back-end coding that's having to be done to make it so they can filter them correctly. And it comes down to, it sounds like certain things in the game are not quoted properly to where they could say like, hey, list all untamed cards, and all the untamed rewards cards would come into that list. And so it's one of those things that they're working on in the back end, and eventually here in the future, in the last couple months, we should see a much more polished site with a lot more nuance and filtering and just better things. And then one of the other things that they said is that they're going to make splinter bites, which are those little things that you get to read before a battle starts that a lot of you might just be glossing over. They're going to make them matter to the player based on where they're playing. Now that's a little cool. Like, I don't need to be if I'm playing in Diamond or Champion, I don't need to know the most basic tips. But if you've got some really good tips that you're going to put in there for Diamond players, well then I might actually read those things. So that's a fun little thing that they're going to be doing. They're still looking for the way to make tournaments like perfect, to make them more competitive for esports and things. I think they've done a really, really good job so far. So like I said, I'm going to kind of hold off on getting too into that until I finally sat down and made my tournament video. I'm really going to try to do that over this weekend. So hopefully that won't be something I have to say, sorry guys, I haven't made it yet anymore. They went to NFT LA, so Chatter and Hardpoint weren't on the video this week because they're out in LA for the NFT LA. I would have liked to go, but it was a little bit expensive, and it was hard for me to get away from work, so I decided to go ahead and skip it. But hopefully we'll get to hear if they got anything big that came from that. What you'd be really looking for there is additional people who are maybe willing to do promotional cards like Waka, but this time instead of being from the pop world, they might be from some big blockchain. That would be kind of fun. Or you could see some partnership with some other chains, some other projects, or some other games. That's the kind of stuff that we want to see coming from there. Now in the Q&A stuff, we did get a little hint about the SPS validators, that when the licenses are released, they're going to be on a sliding scale, and so that means that this is another chance for you to maybe think about going ahead and taking a flyer on buying something that might go up in value later on in the future. At the same time though, because SPS token is a variable token cost, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes, because while it might be only 1,000 SPS or 2,000 SPS, SPS is only at a dime right now, so in the future they might sell it for 3,000 SPS, but also SPS might be $1, so that would be kind of crazy. We'll have to see. Oh wait, I skipped over something I wanted to talk about, but where is it here? Okay, oh yeah, so they're talking about making a Splinterlands comic book series, and the interesting thing about it is that they have a new member on their narrative team. His name is Sean Ryan, who worked as an editor for Marvel and DC in the past, and so he actually has the kind of connections that you would need to get this book made and put out. And it's an interesting idea. I don't know how excited you are for that, but the big thing that they were talking about is, could this be another way to get an additional big boon of players coming into the game? Picture a Splinterlands comic book series that if you buy the whole series, you also get a $10 starter pack, and maybe you could price the books at a few dollars. It would be like a $3 mini series or something. Who knows? Or maybe it's like you buy just one comic for $4 and you get a code to get a free Splinterlands book and come into here. And so you read a story about certain cards, and then you go ahead and you come and you play the game, and you get to use those cards for battle, and then that's how you dip your toe into our ecosystem. It could be a very interesting thing, and I actually think that they're going to do it. So that's something that's kind of, interesting to see. Getting into the Q&A some more, though, there's one of the big updates coming out on the 5th. They're going to be doing a game update, and they're going to be finally trying that hide your opponent's name. And this is because a lot of people are accusing some of the better players in the game from doing win trading and pushing their account up. And it's really because we're seeing some win streaks that don't seem legitimate. If you're playing against some of the best players in the game, it's got to be hard for you to win 70 to 80 to 90 games in a row. I myself have a hard time getting anything more than, say, 10 to 12 wins in a row. And I wouldn't say I'm one of the best players, but I'm not a terrible player. And so the idea that you could win 70 games in a row against really, really, really good players, it's hard to believe. I'm not saying it's not possible. And I know there are some people that take this game a lot more serious than me. I'm just saying that it looks a little fishy, and there are a few people who have pulled some stuff in the coding showing that some of these people look to be trading wins, as the other opponents are not submitting teams that make any sense, or not submitting teams at all. But we'll see if this does kind of stop that from happening. It will be interesting, because if you're trying to trade a win with someone but you don't know that you're playing them, then you won't really be able to, say, forfeit the match to them. You might be forfeiting it to somebody else. So maybe all of us will start getting these free wins they're trying to give themselves. That's something kind of interesting. The non-card market hopefully is coming to the game pretty soon, at least in its first format. Again, Nate said that they don't have everything they need in the background to make it work the way he would envision it working. But pretty soon you might be able to actually list your plots or your tracks for sale on the Splinterlands marketplace. We could actually see a non-card marketplace drive the prices up of totems and lands and plots, because there are some people who play Splinterlands who do not go to tribal decks, that do not go to the Hive engine market, and do not play around with the bridges. They just come to the Splinterlands site, go to the Splinterlands market, they use their credit cards or other cryptos to buy credits. That's the way they play the game and interact, and those kind of people do not have a way to currently really buy a land, because there's no marketplace for them to access. They don't want to go through the whole process of buying DEC and transferring it in and moving it over into, literally, like, if you're somebody who doesn't have Hive and you're playing the game, you have to go out somewhere on a secondary market, buy DEC, move the DEC into the game, move the DEC from there over into tribal decks, and then go ahead and swap that for Hive, then go ahead and buy your plot, and then go ahead and swap it back into the game. And a lot of people just are not willing to jump through that many hoops to go and buy one of these things. But if you have some extra money and you're in the game and you're in the marketplace and you see the other tab or the land tab, and you click over there and you see a plot sitting there for a few $100s, maybe you go ahead and pick it up. It should be something pretty cool to see. One of the other things that was kind of exciting to hear is that we're going to get a lot more rewards cards. And this looks like it's going to coincide with the additional chests that they're planning on putting into the game with the new rewards formatting to make the game in general hopefully more rewarding for players. Now, this is really exciting to see, because imagine you're a bronze player and you're playing in bronze and you're only earning one chest, and then they go ahead and they revamp all of this, and bronze players get to open 5 chests, and at the same time they put 10 more cards out into the marketplace, giving you a lot more chances to get cards in those chests, even if they are going to be common cards. So now when you grind out your quest every day, instead of opening one chest and it maybe being a potion, you get to open 5 chests, and you'll probably still get a potion or two, but you're going to get a couple cards, and some of the cards are going to be new. New cards are exciting to collect, because if you're still a bronze or silver player, these are cards you get to add to your deck to make your deck more efficient and stronger. And the rewards cards, if you look over them historically, they're not bad cards. They're some of the best cards in the game who are given away for free, which is pretty amazing. All right, so that's besides that, we got some cool eye candy. This is a cool little background they threw out for us to look at. We got to see again some of the stuff they're doing where they're trying to maybe move this game into kind of a little more interactive with the Curse Wendiku's attack animation, and we got to see some art. Overall, it was a solid AMA. No bad news, nothing like that. Nothing you would say was mind blowing. But you know, Matt really brought all that fire last week, got us all like just amazed and happy here in the creator world. And today they said, you know, like they still want to do it in April, but creative might try to make them do it later in April because they really want this stuff to roll out with a new look to the site and with some new fun stuff, not just new functionality all kind of crammed into the old UI. But we had a pretty big update today. SPS got put onto crypto.com. This caused a little pump in the crypto in Splinterlands price. It pumped up to about almost 13 cents. Came back down a little bit. In general, it's really good to see them getting onto a really kind of top-end exchange that pumps things quite a bit. And is out there just pushing things all the time. Again, here was their Splinterlands TV announcement. So you can see they have all these different streamers that are taking part. I want my name right around there. We'll see what happens. And don't forget to do your Share Your Battle challenges. I did an update on my Gold Steve account. Thanks for everybody who checked out that one. As you can see, even with card values going down, things heading down, my $150 investment is still in a net positive. And I went ahead and did a couple posts. I'm going to get that money, bring it into the game, and buy more cards. But let's go ahead and start claiming rewards because I thought it would be kind of fun to throw that into the end of this video because the season just ended. We all got our season rewards, and we'll start with the Gold Steve account. So I was able to rent cards and stay in silver. So far, renting cards and staying in silver 3 has been a bit of a wash when it comes to value because I just haven't gotten lucky on this account yet and pulled any packs or pulled any really good rewards cards. So we're going to see if that's about to change. Let's go through these kind of slowly. Okay, so a rare card, that's solid. That's power. I love rare cards. Let's see, I love cards. So 3 cards in a row. That's a great start. 4 cards. No potions yet. This is looking pretty cool. Nothing too crazy though. Oh, there's those potions coming up the rear. Last chest, it didn't shake, so no legendaries, but another common. So as you can see, again, the count didn't get super lucky. Our best card was the first card we clicked on, but that's a solid amount of cards. That's pretty cool. And you know, just to reiterate, right now, this account at the end of the season, it's sitting, you know, here, ready for the refresh, ready for the grind back up into silver. I am still working on getting my first level 3 summoner. As you can see, my General Sloan is the one that I decided, mostly due to price being the most efficient one, and Sloan and the silver team the life team actually being pretty good when it comes to the silver league. All right, we'll log this one out. And now we'll log in my weakest alt account. This is, not Gold Steve. We want to log in Drazius. This is an account that I originally made for a buddy of mine, and he didn't like the game. But he can make it into Diamond 3 with his account. So we'll go ahead and claim those rewards. We're going to get 40 more chests here. Obviously, we're looking for gold foils of really anything because those are a lot more rare. We're going to go through these kind of quick, and then we'll review if we see anything cool pop up. There's a couple rares in a row. That wasn't too bad to get. There's another rare. Double epics there. Would have been nice to see one of them turn gold, but that's not bad at all. And then we got the Wavesmith at the end. Any big dark energy crystals? Let me see. Nope. Nothing too spectacular in this account. This is the fun part about having a couple different accounts, but I have to admit, I got kind of lucky that I was buying these cards when they were really cheap. This is my wife's account that I made for her on Hive that she doesn't use, so I turned it into a Splinterlands account. And she actually can get to Diamond 3 with power, but only made it to Diamond 2. It doesn't, with the new cards coming out, and I haven't been adding a lot of new cards to these accounts, she can't just really be super competitive and get up there. But we got 50 chests. Let's see if we can get, there's our first pack of the day. We're still looking for our first legendary for the season. Let's see if we can get one this season. Let's see, 52 dark energy crystals. Oh, we're almost out of chests and nothing decided to shake. No golds either. You see, the golds are super rare nowadays. Let's see here. Anything to write home about in the dark energy crystals that I missed? Nope, but a pack and a solid amount of rares. Actually, no epic, so she got worse rewards with a few more chests than the other one. And now we'll go to my main account. My main account went to Champion 2. Ooh, I just got my merits payouts. Maybe we'll go ahead and go and buy a couple of those chests because I think I can buy 2. But first, let's do the 120 chest flip. I actually got a legendary card last night. I got an O'Shaughnessy because I went ahead and decided with only like 8 hours left to play, even though I was barely in Champ 2, to do my life quest. I completed the quest, and literally on the last one fight after I completed the quest, I got myself back into Champ 2, and I was like, okay, I'm done for the season. It was scary though because I had pushed myself out, and I thought I was going to end up finishing in Champ 3. All right, we got a Chinwalla and a Renova. That was a nice back-to-back epic early on. What else is going to be in here? Come on, let's see, people. No matter what, it's always fun to get these rewards at the end of the season. It's fun to see the chests kind of flip over, card after card. There's another pack. There's another pack. We're getting those rare chance packs, but we really want to see it shake. There's another pack. Let's see here. There's another pack. Wow, lots of packs. But no legendary cards. Why do you guys sell your legendary cards so cheap, huh? Why can I go buy an O'Shaughnessy for $3 when I can't even get one when I opened, 12, 40, 90, over 200 chests, and I did not pull one legendary card, but people are selling them for so cheap, it amazes me. But how many packs did I end up getting? 1, 2, 3? Was it just the 3? Yeah, 3 chests, a couple epic cards. You know, not too bad. All right, I'm going to turn my light off because it's bugging me. Sorry. The longer videos, eventually it starts to get to my eyes. Now, since I got my merits, let's go ahead and go here to my guild. Wait, I want to be on the buildings tab. Store, visit the store. Yep, I can buy 2. I like to wait till I can buy 2 because I like to open 2 at a time instead of just 1. It's just kind of the way things work out. The guild, pretty soon I might actually start saving my merits to be able to buy the bloodstones and power stones to open my packs with. But for now, I'm doing that. So let's see. We'll go ahead and open them both at the same time. And we'll see if we can get a legendary card here. The Gladius cards obviously are fun to grab because they give you some extra bonus power. That's been a nice thing. But mostly they make you more competitive. So I got 2 of something. 2 right here. This one's not bad. A 2-cost Sneak Monster is a nice little add-on. There's another rare. So in my 2 packs, I at least got 3 rares. Ooh, I got an epic card. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this one. You know, he's a tank, in theory, that weakens the other team. I don't know, maybe in a Little League match. Tell me what you think, what you think of that Gladiator. Oh, and another rare card. Oh, 2 of these ones. I like this one, without a doubt. All right, everybody, I hope you had some fun again. Oh, wait, I totally forgot to give away the DEC. Woo, we'll go ahead and end it here. You'll have to hang out to the very end to see the DEC giveaway, and that'll be the end of the video. Let's see who's going to win. Oh, is it going to be Matt? Yeah. Matt LaFourcade. That's an interesting name. We'll go ahead and go back into the main account. We'll get you your 1,000 DEC, sir. Congratulations. And make sure you check out the Hive post where I share this video if you'd like to get your name on that wheel for the next video. They usually will be on either Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on how much bit news there is in the AMAs. I keep saying AMAs because they were AMAs forever. I know they're town halls now. But if there's huge news, I'll probably make it that day. And if not, I'll make it the next day like I am today. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. And I will see you next time. Bye.